Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome to the AMX-50 Foch. This French 7.3 battle rating tank destroyer is a casemate tank destroyer that has a lot in common with the Object 268 and also a little bit the Jagdtiger. I love it for its combination of mobility, firepower and armor protection, and it's a very good tank. In conjunction with the remaining French tanks, it really can have a good impact on the outcome of a battle within War Thunder. So I have prepared two battles for you, whereas the first one is rather short, but is very aggressively played and leads to my ultimate doom, and I could have played it better, but I like to go in aggressively, and this tank really supports this kind of playstyle. And it's suited for that playstyle, and as long as the enemies don't have heat defense or very strong APDS, they have a goddamn hard time to take you out, because they need then to aim for this rangefinder here with APHE and hit it flash on. And it's sometimes challenging to hit it when you cover it with bushes. Furthermore, like the Object 268, we have a secondary armament, in this case a 50mm MG151-15. It's not as good in some circumstances like the 14.5mm on the Object 268, but it's definitely better than the two low caliber machine guns on the Tortoise, and the Jagdtiger has nothing at all in comparison to that. So then we also have to talk about the gun, and a quick look at the ammunition lets us see that this 120mm obus de rupture has 303mm of penetration. It's a pure solid shot, great muzzle velocity, good to aim, it hits hard, the post penetration damage effect is awesome, and it is practically the gun from the M103. You practically have the same gun as the AMX-50 Foch, but you have a significantly longer reload with 15.8 seconds, because you don't have an autoloader instead of the 6 seconds that the AMX-50 Foch has. However, your frontal armor is very strong. Your mobility with 1000 horsepower for 58 tons is really great. So you are together with the Object 268 on one end of the spectrum, but in some situations you are better, in some situations you are worse than the Object 268. Against each other they are somewhat fairly balanced, with the Foch having the advantage. Then in the middle there is the Jagdtiger, which only has the advantage of having a armor-piercing high explosive shell, and then at the end of the spectrum we will find the T95 with the very bad mobility and the Tortoise for the combination of not convincing firepower, not convincing armor, and also very below average mobility. So how to play the AMX-50 Foch? Well, right in your face. Let's see how it goes. So the first scene here on the Fields of Normandy map, where we are usually pushing on the flank, is just taking us roughly around about 3 minutes, and in those 3 minutes, where I cut out the beginning, well, you can see what the Foch is capable of doing. So we are going into position rather fast. We see a Panther, center shot mass, no prisoners taken. So, and I still go forward, and this is usually what leads to me getting killed. I get surrounded and swarmed by enemies, my gun gets taken out, somebody flanks me, somebody gets the shot into the cupola or the rangefinder in this case. This is what at the end gets me killed. I saw a target too, there we can see the gun barrel, he shot, and angling doesn't help against this gun when you are in a German tank. Then there is another customer, and it's a Jagdpanther, and with a Cerber C I could have killed him. Yes, so far I'm rather unspotted, so I can expose my flank to the enemy, and there is the Panther, the Jagdpanther, and interestingly the ammunition just got red and still exploded, whereas some other ammunition usually gets black and just disappears and doesn't blow up. Just a side note. And there is another Jagdpanther, and I third person aim through the bushes. The gun is relatively low to the ground, so that means that very often you just can't see your target in first person, but in third person you can. There is another target, it is a target 2, again third person aim, a bit higher, and it was not high enough. We just shoot under the ammunition. Now my gun breech is taken out, and I want to defend myself with the 50mm machine gun against this Panzer 2H, but there are some enemies there, so I have to hope that some of my team members have a line of sight to me. There are 2 target 2s in front of me. They double track me, my gun breech is taken out, I'm, repairing, but I don't think that I can survive it. So I want to spot them, I want to hit their tracks, so at least I get assists. I get shot from the side, and I'm down to now 3 crew members. My tracks are now no longer blown off, so thanks to the repair crews, which are more busy trying to fix the tracks instead of the gun. And then I got taken out by an Austrian. And this is just a statement how weak the side armor is. That from this angle, at this distance, the Austrian was capable of penetrating me with an AP shot that has around about 65mm of penetration. Now we have the actual battle on Berlin. And now this means business. So I go right to the Reichstag, the big building next to the A capture zone. And I'm just pushing here this Panther 2, which is way too slow for my taste. The danger here is that you get, at the beginning, sniped from the sniper positions. That is a feature that I do not like on Berlin, but also on Kursk, that people misuse those positions early on just for sniping, and they camp there for the rest of the game. I don't like this. So by me driving up and down through the mud and so forth, the Panther overtook me. But now, well, that's it. I have overtaken him, and now I'm safe from at least this sniper position. So I want to aggressively push into A and then just present my frontal armor to the enemy. And there is the first customer, and he bounced. Now I want to make this shot count. So I waited a little bit, and the Carnarvon is taken out. Shot through the lower plate, hitting the ammunition, no problem right there. I spotted something there, and I was too busy studying what kind of tank it is. That was a M56 Scorpion, very strong tank for flanking, but not for head-on engagements. I could have taken him out with the 15mm machine gun, but I had to make sure that I don't get disabled early on and flanked. And my team is scattered all around the map, but mostly they're focusing on C. Nobody gets for B, which most of the time is a free capture zone. And I baited out the shot here from this Carnarvon. I saw him in third person. Well, I saw that there was a tank, I didn't see what quite it was. And that even the 20-pounder APDS does not go through your frontal armor is quite a statement. He tries to hit the rangefinder, but he doesn't do significant damage to the crew at all. And so I'm hanging here around a little bit too long for my taste, because again, I cannot present any of my side armor. A little unfortunate jump into a crater or out of there, and I cannot continue my journey, because then, well, my engine gets set on fire and I cannot move. That's the problem with any sort of casemate tank destroyer. Be it a T-95 or an Object 268, it doesn't really matter. They all suffer from this problem. Now I saw that the one tank got distracted, and I moved into the middle, and there is an M13, is that the AAA? Well, I at least get rid of his gunner, but now he's too close and I have to deal with the tank in front of me. Now here I derped a lot. That was actually an M16 and he bailed out. Interesting. Giving me another kill. I misidentified the tank in front of me as a M26. Today I had a bad day with my eyes, and I shot here very badly and I don't go through the turret armor. There is a chance that I might have gotten through it, but not at this angle. He's now hull down, and yeah, I sacrifice here the repair time, and he actually doesn't go over the ridgeline, and I again didn't shot trap him. I aimed for the shot trap. Now he can go over the ridgeline. I mark him for my team. I try to get the gun breech or the gun barrel orange, and that shot sadly didn't kill him. 2 crew members still alive in the front, but with the next shot it doesn't really matter where I shoot. So I repaired the tracks, and I'm about to reload and finish off the T-32. So thankfully at this time none of the enemy tanks was camping the ridgeline, and even from a AAA I would have been in some sort of trouble. And then we have this standoff here, and you see I was kind of nearly alone on this flank, and my great frontal armor allowed me to survive those situations, to survive to engage the enemies very aggressively. This tank just fits the meta of the game. You can do all by yourself. You have a bit of secondary support with your 15mm machine gun that in theory also could shoot down aircraft, albeit very unlikely, yet possible. So you hear it, there is a lot of action going on, and now I try to beat around the bush a little bit, quite literally, by, you know, moving around the spawn zone to see which kind of enemies are hiding between the buildings, are going around this side to immediately suppress them. It's not directly spawn camping, but look at this. Oh, did you hear that? An M26 T99 destroyed an AMX-50 SS11 with the rockets. Now I wanna have fun with that tank. The last time I checked, the rockets will blow up and destroy the tank with even a shrapnel hit. Let's see if Gajin has addressed this problem, and then let's see how it goes. Yeah, by the way, that was my ace. So again, I'm turning away from the spawn, and there it is. There it is. So the ammunition just vanished. Critical hit, driver, gunner, machine gunner, track. He's disabled. The ammunition just, well, it disappears, but it doesn't really blow up the tank like it usually did. Blind shot into the smoke, and we got our 6th kill, just like that. So, at this time, I didn't know what to do, because should I spawn camp? I mean, we have all 3 caps. No cap is under pressure. We have the tank advantage with the points advantage. What else is there to do? I think this is a general problem within War Thunder, but you know, I'm telling you nothing new here. Again, I'm disengaging from the enemy's spawn. Just looking there, is anything there? No, I can safely turn around and again look at the other side of this position. Just a few enemy tanks there, and this is now where it gets really problematic with the gun handling. So a little burst with the 15mm machine gun kills the gunner. I could have killed him here entirely for my 7th kill with the 15mm machine gun, but the problem with the 15mm machine gun is it overheats really fast, and that is annoying. Just like the planes overhead, they are so damn loud. And that is the T95. Shoot under the tracks for my 8th kill. T95, pretty tough target from the front with the cupola. Funnily enough, if you shoot the cupola of the T95 with a Jagdtiger 128mm AP-CBC round, the shell overpenetrates and leaves and exits the cupola without exploding. This is a recent buff again to the T95 and the T28. The problem here is that if you do it with the AP round, It also will over-penetrate, but the spalling will kill crew. So you have a better post-penetration damage effect from the front with this AP shot than with an APCBC APHE round. I'm just saying that you also have a better rate of fire, you have better frontal armor, you're faster, and you have better penetration. So there is your comparison to the Jagdtiger, which shares, I guess, the same battle rating. And what is that? What is that? Oh, I sniped the P-47M. That was the player in the T-95, and he wanted to revenge kill me, but I killed him twice. So I guess he doesn't tell the nicest words about me right now in chat, I guess. So those were 9 kills, 8 tanks and 1 plane with the AMX-50 Foch and 1 cap, first in team. And I didn't really spawn camp. I mean, you know, it's debatable, but there was really nothing else to do. I gave the enemy team enough chances to get out of there, to flank me, and I was showing my sides kind of very often. I should have kept firing here, but again, the overheating is kind of the issue. So that denied me the double ace. Nevertheless, that was a beautiful, beautiful match with the Survivor Award in the AMX-50 Foch, a tank that really fits the meta, which combines firepower, mobility, and armor protection, versatility, and also has good support within the French tank tech tree. So for all the stuff that we did, we get an emblem or a decal, 64,000 silver lines and nearly 5,000 research points together with the survivor medal. That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.